Hello. Let me just buy my chat sound because it's pretty fucking big. I'd rather lower it up a little bit. Okay, looks like I can do it from OBS, which means God damn it. Okay, let's send all of this. Okay, so this on 3. This on 2. God damn it. Okay, very well. So we get to Kahoot. Huh. I don't have any mixer type up. Arch Linux up to fix audio, to fix to control audio. Yeah, so last time I spent way too much on there was last time I spent way too much time on Docker. So today I'm gonna spend like 50 minutes on Docker, see if I can get it to work. If I can't, I'm just gonna compose it up and move on with the external. To run as middleware between your application and your hardware device that you're using. Okay, so Pulse. I also that Pulse Audio was about. Oh no, there's the mixer. Okay, so I want a mixer for Pipewire. Arch. Oh, search with Arch. Pipewire Arch. Mixer. Okay, installation, wire pump. Session manager with fluid implements actual functionality. GUI. Low level control and diagnostic. GTA based patch bay. Yeah, but okay, so this is all. Okay, Pavo control. So I'd like to not or because it takes a while. Because this is kind of the shit I don't understand. I'm gonna skip on that. So it's not a mixer. Then it goes for the power control. Okay, sounds good. Flat pack. Even better. System user. Sure. I don't know. There's one user. Require founder remote. Yeah. Do you want permissions? Proceed to change the user's installation. Yeah. Looking solid. So yeah, in the background, as we waited up, last time we got kind of far away with the compose, but well, this time I was with a friend in chat, or let's say with a friend in on Discord, and we managed to see some shit, but but still it wouldn't. Okay, so I understood about the volume stuff, and basically I can sync my volume from the working directory, but this command does absolutely nothing. So it will not interact, it will not launch even. Today the only other route that I dislike because it uses a lot of gigabytes, but if that's it, that's it, is okay, so this is done. Pavu audio, Pavu control. Ain't much. I see, even for not being much, yeah, this does not solve my problem at all. I don't know if I'm keeping it even around. To be honest, if it just shifts my audio, that's not like. Let's just nuke it. Okay, she's taking ages. So there's the ads. Oh fuck. Right then. Into the garbage. Let's update all of this shit. You might even get to break everything by updating everything over here. Yeah. If I stream stops. Okay, so this binary won't work for some reason. Like when I get to recreate the it found orphans. If you want to run this file, you can run this command. Remove orphans. There's a container error during init. No such file directory. Yeah, so that's about right. Last time I checked my pipe, my Tailwind. What do we call Tailwind Docker? So let's also prune my shit. Totally claim nothing. Interesting. There's also the how to. Okay, Firefox refreshed, obviously. Yeah, we were saying, I'm not crazy about a Medium article, but sure. If something loads, it's great. So my guy is running a server in Node. Yeah, so that works fine. Not my cup of tea. Now this gives me a bunch of problems, so I think I'm gonna give it another try quick over here. If it loads, D3 F D3 FK tailwind. Tell you what, this whole is it because I'm Firefox? Honest to God, if Firefox was not the only one, the dark reader now is disabled. If Firefox wasn't the only one still with a decent blocker, with uBlock Origin as well. Okay, label, copy, entry point, tailwind. Last pushed almost 2 years ago. Oh, that would explain it. Okay, updated 1 year ago. Then I go scratch with tailwind CLI only. This helps any project without npm or not. So that's what I was trying to do, essentially. We fit the following architecture. This multi-arch images will fit latest, provide the latest version tailwind. The parameter contain images built on regular basis. But it's all ARM. I'm x64, so that was. So this was the problem in Origin. I'm worried about that the architecture still, well, I guess it's correct, it's still missing, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna just be done with it and go for Node.js. Okay, standalone CLI. I managed to install x64, same. This is file tailwind based, they're included in package and line bin now. What I managed was to install project dir and expose to the host name. Any idea how I get this done? Thank you. So from Alpine, label, work, copy up, run apk update, upgrade, add bash, wget, change mode, move, alias, bin bash. I don't know why we do this, but okay. The system syntax for including importing training player. Okay, so it turns out I should be able to do this, but we can. Okay, I don't know what this is about. We can say the working deep up, create and volume. Yeah. We can do apk update create. Okay, so it was the my guy over there. So the core APK add G compatible build base. Gcompat. Okay, so we basically were missing some shit. Okay, I think I can copy all of this. Hell, I might even copy all of that shit. Then the command is going to be beam bash. The fuck? What do you mean beam bash? To play for alerting tailwind, no need to install anything in your machine, like they will run in mode but not reloading on browser. No server, just reload index from file if you prefer. Yeah, so this one, this was the one. He hits me with a dot source. So if I with minus y, this would be static base followed by static style. Let's copy this over here. I don't think this would work. And I should hope it does, but so I might have be missing some stuff. That's why it was not able to run my stuff. Perhaps. Okay. Let's try and see again. Maybe this time it will work better. So we failed to start. Now we don't need to do this anymore because that's a base command. So it's minus y state and everything build once again. Yeah, because I won't want really to download every node. Already the Golang image is quite huge for 1 gig. I would love it to be smaller, but then I have to build it every time and that's not sustainable. Unsupported relocation type 37. The fuck do you mean? Okay, I guess nobody knows. I recommend you find a bar. Okay, so there's this kind of mistake. We moved it over here, so shouldn't this still be fine? Don't remember needing to build if I just once run the command. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I got my hopes up for a second. I mean, I can give it a fast try. And see if his works. Probably doesn't. Docker build minus t. Activity. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's where our adventure with this one ends. Let's do a quick node one. And if your node doesn't work, just forget about it. That's how far it goes. Dude, there must be something here that's bullshitting me. Not image. Because it used to work, okay. Yeah, so let's make it, now that's gonna be node. We will copy Kahoot, sure. Then we will follow this with the node install. Install the bank later with config. So be install. What's the minus D for? There was some way to go, just tailwind minus Y. Standalone executable. Install Tailwind, and then you can run with Tailwind. Okay. Okay, so that would mean I can install this. Why table 3? So let's do it like that. So let's install. God damn it. Okay. So I can install just a minus G. I don't quite care. npm start global is a Docker machine, so minus minus global or minus G. All right. Then that's how we run it. What I care is that this is basically npx followed by this guy over here, then minus I static blah blah blah, and that's about it. Compose. The only difference is we add it over here. I'm gonna be honest, this is absolute overkill. But shit just happens. So let's build it up. Now, a friend of mine told me that Docker Compose is now Docker Compose deprecated. Okay, so I don't need anymore to use this specific Docker dash compose. Can I just nuke it? Ugh. Oh, okay. I think it's sudo pacman minus r to remove. Pacman minus h. Yeah, so sudo pacman minus r for Docker compose. Not needed anymore. Docker compose up tailwind. Excuse me, but didn't I? Alright, so unlike compose 1, compose 2 integrates and recommend command syntax is. Okay, then what did I install? let's not care about this. We just installed, let's install it again. The only issue is this is supposed to be the new version, right? Arch Docker Compose. Yeah, whatever. Okay. The fuck is this your project here? What the fuck is this? Okay, we get plates, everything else looks good. Right, so Docker Compose. No, stop. Tailwind. Static base doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, that bullshit. Let's install it inside this folder. Maybe then it won't bust my balls. Let's install it globally. Like yeah, all this stuff about the end. I really like the tool, but I really dislike the building aspect. There's always some kind of problem. Maybe I'm dumb. I think I need to rebuild for it to run the. Can't resolve tailwind in Kahoot static. Can't resolve tailwind. What do you mean can't resolve tailwind? Can't resolve tailwind CSS in Kahoot static. Son of a bitch. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Yes, this is installed. Now you tell me, how does this work? Oh wait, I might be dumb as fuck. No, the thing that I'm worrying about this whole Twitch business is that I might be look even dumber than I usually am. That's a small, but it's a worry. Okay, how about now? Sorry, did I told you to exit? Yeah, tailwind exits. Why? Vix, tailwind, CSS. Wait, did I make this mistake even before? No. This was fine. Not that this helps me in any way or makes me feel any greater. So in container war feels great. And peak stalker will exit instead of keep going. That's what. Docker kills npx process. Yeah, well, for today it sends at this. Let's Docker, let's up this one. And let's, actually, I did not try to see if maybe okay, so there's my lobby on top. Oh wait, it works. Absolute Cinema, it works. Even though it clearly says it failed, but wait, that could also honestly be just, so let's make some color that we never used, like this gold. Yeah, let's say gray 900. That should tell us if it works or doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Basically, this is all a big waste of time. Humongous waste of time. Okay, so there goes my lobby, there goes my tailwind. Static. Bro. Okay, I have it. Ah, so this one working. Yeah, I'll take a look from time to time, but even today, I need to put a timer because I turned down and really want to make it work, but it does. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, because they're synced, so since it updated once, since we put it over here, yeah, makes sense. No shot for tailwind. Okay, speaking of developing, so we were at this point. And if I double it up, my player will be John with this specific code. So this works great. Now, if we restart, we can always click and still be here. If we answer again, we move to the next one, no issue over here. Now, if I check, oh, that's interesting, and it will crash. So yeah, there's other problems in my mind at this point. Yeah, this crashes because I add no control. Let's go into master next. Get question. Or it was load question. God damn it, what the fuck was that? Load questions. Um, yeah, we get the current one, but there's some place in which we increment this. Okay, one way in which this could work is I don't increment. Well, honestly, I shouldn't in general increment it. And entry.current question is more. It could be static because at the end of the day, I'm not dynamic it, so it's less than, or it's equal. If it's 3 question, there should be like 2. Wait, we're still in the same lobby. Also, the bed is bricked over here. Hi, wait. It's not in the same lobby. How is this? Yeah, I was worrying about collaboration and Tailwind, but I'm over here still being absolutely terrible. Shouldn't this return something that, like, shouldn't the player stuff in some way should they didn't I at some point made him, like, am I not checking if the player is in the correct lobby? Okay, that explains it. Yeah, that about explains it. Let's fix this very quickly. Player. Okay, so this player cookie, does it even do anything? Besides, it's called player cookie. Okay, and does absolutely nothing. Set player cookie. Okay, so on the player side, I have some shit to fix. At least this one works pretty nicely. So let's make the player work, and then we will go from there. So my dear player, where is the player handle? So we would start with the params, check for Sarah. That's a bunch of bullshit that I don't know if I'm using anything on. If lobby name, lobby exists, lobby. If lobby exists, player exists, player cached, player exists. Okay, makes sense because I'm fine with having to check the player and also the lobby. Problem is I have to distinguish between the problem is that my lobby will always exist. But if that player is not in the lobby, I have to be able to understand if it belongs to that lobby. Otherwise, every time that I'm refreshing, the player is still stuck in the... Oh, always being robbed. But anyway, how does this make much sense? Because at this point, I'm checking if the lobby does not exist, and the lobby obviously exists because we saved it in the home directory. That's okay. That's fine. Praise that now I'm checking if lobby exists, which shouldn't. Then we cache the player. Should this lobby not exist? Or at least not the player inside the lobby? Because this guy is John in a specific lobby. That's what my premise is. Should probably add some logs for it to be a little bit clearer. Maybe. Problem is about the player code. And man, that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, game not started. Lobby name, player code. So there's no player code. Why is this loading everything without a player code? Unless there's a player with no code, which should be discarded. Like if somebody starts with no code, should be discarded. I'm confused by this. So let's start by saying is already this lobby exists. Player is logging in an existing lobby. All right. Lobby name. Um, this is the player that is logging. %test, and we hit him with P. V. Okay, looks good to me. Is lobby in an existing lobby? Yes, that's great. So if lobby exists, we do shit. Otherwise, we return this. Okay, so this is working fairly well. Now, don't load controls directly. So this is the part that's not working. Layer socket. So wait, I'm checking that value. Okay, I miss some logic. So I have the double error, which is not great. Will this mean that it's correct over here? Oh, it is nil. Brother. I find it hilarious that my lobby is getting pushed around. Okay, so at this point, but the player code does not get. Is there such thing as player code? What the fuck is the player code? Did it spawn some kind of player code? What the fuck? So the player code is supposedly the lobby's code, which makes sense, which means I don't have to use the lobby name anymore. You know, I wouldn't know how to work this out. God damn it. No, okay, at this point I'm confused. I guess what we should do is either A, identify in some way the player, which should be the name really, player code, it should be basically the player's name. Why it has become the player's lobby, it is really not understood by myself as well. So at some point, well, first off, we can already start to move it over here. If the lobby, we should check if there's a lobby. It's not the correct way. We check if the player has a code, so we should forget about the lobby. It should be player name that value. Oh no, wait, now I see what's going on. So yes, we will check. Yeah, checking the lobby is still problematic. If my lobby, once the lobby is set for the entire website, it will keep having that. The other way around would be to, when my player logs, I should be setting the player's name followed by the lobby as the code. I think that's what we're after. So let's start by commenting a bunch of shit. Over here. So lobby code, it's, we pick up the lobby code. Okay, at this point, we picked up a player. We should set the cookie as follows. So we save the player already. So we save the player in the lobby. And the value is going to be the player name. So we're just gonna say name, while the lobby is going to be the lobby. But all of this shit happens only and exclusively if okay, so this is duplication right here. We can skip if the name is invalid. Okay, but all of that shit only happens if we already don't. This is fine because this goes to the next lobby, but this should be happening only if our player. Actually, no, this happens every time we put a name. Just simply that we don't always set. We might always have the name, but we don't always serve this interface. Looks great. Now all of this shit can go to hell. Yeah, you too. Yeah. So this should recruit the one other feedback to player. I don't quite know what I meant at some point. This might explain stuff. I'll have to delete it from the lobby. Okay, so there's a little bit of clean environment over here that can be reached. So let's say we make a new one. There's this lobby. Son of a bitch. John. This still works. Very surprising. You have the player code, John. What? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, set a cookie. God damn it, why is it so high? Yeah, I set a cookie somewhere else. Yeah, when the player starts, I'm initializing it. There's a quiet player. Okay, makes sense. Maybe I get back the set player cookie. So oh yeah, I could not set it. I can set it over the regex. Is that correct? I don't remember. I think I can't. So the player is the name. The lobby is the lobby, the path is over here, player cookie, blah blah blah. Okay. Because at this point, if I refresh, we're back at square one. That's okay. Set player cookie, and we want lobby name and writer. Oh fuck is setting my cookie, by the way. This player code, somebody bound to be setting it somewhere. Unless I'm not into the rebuilding stuff, but I think I am. There's my new lobby, John. Player code John. Dude! Nobody's setting the player code no more. Where? Maybe because John is already there. It's a player called Jimmy. Dude! So it has to be JavaScript, right? Some JavaScript bullshit's happening. Nah? Has to be this. I wrote some JavaScript for the lobby somewhere. There it is. So await cookie store set player code name. Nah, we said which by the way, now that I know it's window.name.value. Here is window.lobby.value. Is this an empty cookie? What the fuck? No, that's just an empty row. Didn't set shit. How was it? It was doku lobby. Window.lobby. Oh yeah, alright, anyway. We were saying this and no. This followed by this. So there's the John from my lobby. Okay. Explains it why I don't care about it anymore over this side. Because I simply can't set the cookies. Very well. At this point, now I also remembered why I can't just I have to have some constants to be able to understand it correctly. So it was in the interface that I did it. No, players menu. Okay. I would rather double await to say this is the player's player lobby, followed by the lobby, and this is the player name, followed by name. Because by this fashion, I'm going to say there's John. So we have a player lobby and a player name. Problem is that now they're not intertwined. Are they not? No, they fucking aren't. Well, it's kind of a big deal because I want it to be one single unite. No, wait, I'm dumb. I'm thinking that the clients are being shared, but no, the clients are unique, so that's not going to happen. Of course. So that all works. Okay. Let me take a quick bathroom break and I'll be right back. point. Where's the lobby starts over here? The lobby is probably just because, yeah, the lobby name comes from the same instance. How about if I go incognito? Looks like no cookies over here. Yeah, better. So we were saying player lobby, player name. If we have a player lobby and a player name, at this point, means we don't give a shit about showing Ugh. Is there any global called lobby? No. Okay, lobby name, player cached false. Now at this point I'm executing the player menu, but I probably should be executing, it could be like that's a good discussion. So my menu is a full one. Okay, if cached we control, otherwise we form. This theoretically should already be fine. Player is cached. Mm-hmm. So let's fix this current player situation. So var current player, then we could check again those two. Current player is going to be equal. Actually, let's do it like that. I think that the lobby should be happening. No, okay, let's make it step by step. If R is not nil, then goes if R is not nil, and then the current player is going to be equal to lobbies lobby name that name, that there's the lobby players, that player name, that name. Okay, this is getting stupid. So let's put it player, so that then becomes player name, and lobby then becomes lobby name. This lobby gets doubled up. I think it gets, but that code is not executed at some point, so yeah, this looks good. Now it should not be complaining. No player in this connection. Excuse me, sir. I think there is. There is more, definitely a player in this connection. Oh, but that's the closing handler, so I don't have any business of closing my handle, I think. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, the only way that I should be checking this is like by actually answering a question. So it gets answered. Very good. Now, for the loading part, I am kind of shocked that it doesn't work. The fact that this lobby gets taking. That's bizarre. Okay, so we're saying if there's no lobby present, now I'm missing my glasses, but they make my head hurt, so I'm just gonna keep missing them, I guess. We were saying, now we keep the lobby. If the lobby exists, and this is probably exists. Maybe we make it clear that it's a lobby object. If exists, player exists. Yeah, lobby object. Player object. Okay. Players login exists in lobby. Yep. Player is cached. My player doesn't exist, huh? That's interesting. I would have thought it does. Let's log that shit. Lobby object. What is the thing about lobby object? New map 00 false. The fuck? Okay, maybe the problem is that I actually. Okay, so there's an empty map. Okay, now I know that the server did not get refreshed, and yet my player is not there. Interesting. Where the fuck is my player? Yeah, the lobby is still here, still the same. Yeah, this is it's interesting. The save player. Okay, yeah. So over here we can log print ln, and we could print the game just to see what's going on. So there's a man John over here, which is connected. But my lobby is showing me deck. The other thing that probably I would want to check is game object. And over here, the player, save player game object. Okay, this way I should understand something. Okay, so save player object map as connected on that lobby. So that's the game object. Save player game object. Yep. Wait a second. Is that as connected to that lobby, but my lobby name is being saved as ASF? What the fuck? No, wait, that's the name. Yeah, so I'm mapping based on the name. There's the lobby, the SVLK, which by this point simply means that this player must be the player lobby problem. I think I keep checking the wrong. I think I keep checking the wrong problem, which would be if air not nil. Declared but not used. If air not nil, okay, let's then at this point say my supposed lobby. Am I using names? I'm dumb as fuck. Yeah, this is not good because I was under the impression. So yeah, the cached phrase cached false. This is value value and value value. Okay. But out of curiosity, lobby %s lobby dot value. I'm being dumb over and over again. Okay, so there's the lobby. That's great. Okay. P. Of P. Whatever. V. Fuck this shit. Lobby. Prayer is cached false. Lobby doesn't exist? Why? Let's return twice. Lobby object. Lobby exists. Yeah, lobby. It stops here. Wait, am I not getting the player? Player code, now it's player name. I don't think even unit tests help me here. This is just reading issues. Oh, tell you what, this is not even reading issues. This is not having constants issues. But those are about two different ones, so... Okay, now that being said, let's reset the lobby. And it will still find it cached, which it shouldn't, because that lobby does not exist anymore. Oh, but we have... Oh, wait. Doesn't this nuke... So new game is not nuking your lobby. Not good, not good. Not good, not good. I want to restart. This is restart yet used anywhere? Yeah. Try till to this point. Can check. I still to this point can check my key, so I should be delete. Sorry, what do you want? Map and key. So I delete lobbies. Yeah. This should solve it. Oh, very nice. Oh no, not so nice. Okay, so there's this bug, but that's fine because I'm not passing it enough arguments. That's fixable, not a big deal. The biggest of deals right now is if I change the lobby, it should not be cached anymore. Lobby exists true. That's not okay. Okay, not fine, but this is one of. I should the lobby body is somewhere else. Yeah. Let's put a to do over here. It should be the next one that we do. And maybe we should also add in the comment of git. Delete the lobby every time you make a new game. I'll delete the lobby. Yeah, let me delete the lobby. Well, will be either I delete the lobby or I invalidate the cache on the servers. But I think that the easiest way is just going to be to delete the lobby. Pick this up. Fixed master working on player consistency. Remember to delete the lobby when you restart. Okay, so this is looking good. I think for today we're done. Let's see you tomorrow.